Hi and welcome. My name is Susan Odell, Managing Partner at RAPA. Thank you for investing time today to learn more about where to start in IT asset management. Our videos and webinars are based on years of hands-on experience with customers of every size and complexity. They are intended to provide business and technical content that you can apply to your ITAM efforts immediately. This video will provide an understanding of the many things to consider when undertaking ITAM as a business practice. We will review key steps that will help you successfully achieve results. Just before I turn things over to Pierre, let me take a minute to tell you a little bit more about RAPA. RAPA is an enterprise consulting services company dedicated to customer advocacy and IT asset management. We have deep business process and technical expertise gained through the delivery of many ITAM projects of varying size and complexity around the world. RAPA is exclusively focused on services. We do not resell software, nor do we receive financial incentives for recommending technology. We work with your preferred Microsoft vendors in their areas of expertise to ensure your ITAM goals are understood and delivered. In a nutshell, RAPA is all about you and helping your organization realize results in IT asset management. So I'll turn it over to Pierre now to deliver the rest of the content for the video today. IT asset management, where to start.
Thank you, Susan. Hi everyone, I'm Pierre Paquette, a managing partner at RAPA. Indeed, where to start? There are many things to consider when undertaking an ITAM project. Here are some key steps that will help you successfully achieve results. A good place to start is creating a list of your objectives. In fact, these objectives are what probably got you thinking about ITAM in the first place and how ITAM could help meet those objectives. Keep in mind that the various stakeholders will have different expectations. Understanding these expectations in advance will allow you to effectively communicate project goals and get buy-in. Next, you will need to determine your level of ITAM maturity and how your organization measures up to industry best practice. Knowing your maturity level will dictate how and when the objectives will be met. At this point, it is crucial to reset your ITAM objectives and identify what is realistically possible based on your maturity level and your ability to deliver and operationalize ITAM within your organization. In order to support your ITAM initiative, you will need to identify and select technology conducive to your maturity level. A wide range of tools are available, so consider technology not only for your immediate needs, but one that will grow with you as you mature your ITAM solution. A clear project plan and stakeholder buy-in is crucial. Consider a phased approach showing how objectives not attainable in the initial phase can be met over time. At which point, all that is left is to deliver what you planned. Objectives will come from various stakeholders and may be conflicting, so they must be understood, categorized, and prioritized. They will also be interdependent, where one objective cannot be met unless another one has. These days, the most talked about ITAM objectives are related to software asset management. However, to successfully meet certain software-related objectives, fundamental hardware-related objectives must first be in place. Your ITAM objectives may include limiting software overpurchase, maximizing software use and reuse, minimizing penalties associated to software non-compliance, knowing what you own, optimizing hardware use, making information available to multiple stakeholders through a centralized database, proactively managing ITAM-related contracts, ensuring software compliance, and enabling strategic decision-making based on accurate ITAM information. Keep in mind that when an objective can be realized will depend on your organization's level of maturity and their delivery and operational capacity. Remember, ITAM is a journey, not an event. RAPA's ITAM maturity model, which is aligned with ISO 19770 and Microsoft's SAM optimization model, is based on more than 20 years of implementation experience and incorporates 5 fundamental success factors of people, process, technology, organizational commitment, and data. The impact on people is always there, but without process, ITAM activities are ad hoc and costly to the organization. From the implementation of fundamental processes to the maturing of all ITAM processes, control is gained, risks are reduced, and savings are realized. Technology plays a role at every level of ITAM maturity. Whether you're using spreadsheets or a COTS ITAM application, sound process enables the technology to take tasks from a manual to an automated approach. Organizational commitment to continue to invest in people, process, and technology impacts the rate of success and the return on ITAM for your organization. ITAM is about data and is present through all stages of maturity. If data is not accurate, ITAM is of no value. Knowing who the stakeholders are will help you understand their requirements and how they can be satisfied through your IT asset management practice. ITAM objectives will originate from various disciplines within the organization. It's equally important to understand the different levels of management, how they are different, and where they overlap. IT asset management is the set of business practices that join financial, contractual, and inventory functions to support lifecycle management and strategic decision-making of software and hardware assets. Configuration management is an idle process that tracks all of the configuration of individual assets as configuration items in an IT system. IT financial management provides accurate and cost-effective stewardship of IT assets and resources used in providing IT services. And IT service management refers to the implementation and management of quality information technology services. As such, ITAM's main focus is IT asset lifecycle management. It provides valuable information to other stakeholders so they may successfully accomplish their objectives. ITAM may also incorporate some information from these groups, but only to facilitate the interaction between them. It is important that each management group be responsible for their area of expertise. Setting realistic objectives is key to a successful ITAM deployment. Objectives based on your organization's ITAM maturity level are going to be easily realized. There are improvements to be made at all levels of maturity. However, you must achieve the requirements of the preceding maturity level before you can expect results in the next. As an example, trying to maximize software use and limiting software overpurchase cannot be achieved unless you first confidently know what you own and manage who should be using it. A natural progression of objectives would include knowing what you own and centrally manage your ITAM data, to define IT asset management roles, policies, processes, and procedures so that data is routinely gathered, validated, and accurate, and directly supports ITAM lifecycle management. Knowing who and how IT assets are used along with contract management leads to optimized software and hardware use, limiting software overpurchase, and supports your software compliance position. And ITAM information available to multiple stakeholders leads to the true cost of ownership, strategic decision making, and maximizing your return on investment. Objectives should be progressively tackled over multiple phases, making ITAM a journey and not an event. So now it's time to deliver. The important thing here is to take a systematic approach. Choose a methodology and follow it. Ultimately, the plan would include an envisioning step to clearly identify and communicate the project goals, objectives, identifying risks and approach, a planning step to lay out activities and the timeline and get stakeholder buy-in, a build step to build the solution to stakeholder expectations, a stabilize step to test and adjust based on stakeholder feedback, and a deploy step to deploy and operationalize the ITAM solution. In future videos, we will look at the individual components of an ITAM solution. So where does this leave us? Regardless of where you are in ITAM maturity, it's important to assess where you are against the 5 fundamental ITAM key success factors. This will allow you to identify which ITAM objectives can be addressed, allowing you to reap the rewards of a more mature ITAM practice. In some of our next videos, we will talk more about ITAM hardware and software data and how to successfully create a centralized ITAM data repository. We would like to hear from you. Feedback on this session would be great, as well as ideas for content you would like us to cover in future videos. And more specifically to your organization, how can RAPA help? We would like to schedule time with you one-on-one to understand where you are and what your goals are, and how we can help you realize those goals. I also encourage you to share the link to our videos with your colleagues, and you can also find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. My name is Pierre Paquette, and thanks again for investing the time today.